Today we are going to derive van der Waal equation. This is van der Waal equation for 1 mole of gas, which is a modification from ideal gas equation done by the van der Waal based on two assumptions. He modified the values of pressure and volume in ideal gas equation. He obtained a equation is called as van der Waal equation. Now, according to his assumptions, according to kinetic theory of gases, volume of molecule is negligible to the volume of gas. This is ideally accepted, but really it's not accepted. Here, according to his assumptions, let's consider this is the gas in a container. Its volume is 100 and individual volume of the molecule is 1. So here it is accepted. Here 1 is negligible from 100. We are saying negligible, we are not saying 0. If we compress this gas in this container, the container is same. We have compressed the gas. Now the volume of the gas is 5 and the volume of the molecule in the gas is 1. Can we neglect this 1 value from 5? No. In ideally the condition is not same in reality. So we have to consider this volume of the molecule, which is called as co-volume. So we change in volume in ideal gas equation. V is equals to V minus B. B is the volume of molecule for N mole of gas, N into B. V minus N into B. This is the first assumption we did. Real volume is equals to ideal volume minus number of moles of gas into co-volume. Now, according to second assumption, according to kinetic theory of gases, there is no force of attraction and repulsion between the gas molecules. Here, this is a cylinder containing gas molecules. If we consider this molecule, net force on this molecule is 0, because ideally here, according to kinetic theory of gases, there is no force of attraction and repulsion between the gas molecules, but there exists a force called as van der Waal force. These molecules attract the molecule, this middle molecule, in all direction with equal force, so that the net force acting on this molecule is 0. So the molecules which are present middle of the cylinder have net force acting on those molecules is 0. If the molecule is here near to the wall of the container, then the net force acting on the molecule is changes. Here there is no molecule to attract this molecule, this side. Considering these assumptions, we have to change here in pressure. Here pressure is nothing but due to the random motion of molecules and they hit the walls of the container. If this pressure of attraction is acting on this molecule which are near the walls of the container, then this pressure of attraction stops the molecule, slow down the molecule. Then the real pressure is less than the pressure ideal. So we can write that real pressure is equals to pressure ideal plus this pressure of attraction. Here pressure is nothing but force per unit area. These molecules hit, that's what we feel pressure on the walls of the container. Here if this pressure of attraction slow downs the molecule, then real pressure is equals to pressure of ideal plus pressure of attraction. So this pressure of attraction depends on two things: force of attraction of molecules. It depends on force of attraction of molecules is directly proportional to density. If here density is more, then density is more, this molecule is attracted by more molecules. The force of attraction of the molecules is more if density is more. And in the second case, number of collisions per second per unit area is also directly proportional to the density. If density increases, then number of molecules increases, then collisions per second also increases because molecules are more, so collisions per second also more, so number of collisions per second per unit area also directly proportional to density. So by this, pressure attraction is directly proportional to density square. We can write this like this. Now here we know that density, here I am going to write density is directly proportional to n, number of moles of gas. If here in this container, if we increase the number of moles of gas, then density also increases. Density is nothing but number of molecules per unit area increases. If we increase number of moles of gas, then density molecules per unit area also increases. Density is directly proportional to number of moles of gas, and in the same way density is inversely proportional to volume of gas. If we increase the volume, density decreases. If we decrease the volume, if these are the molecules, if we decrease the volume of gas by compressing the gas, then molecules per unit area density increases, and density and volume have inversely relation. From this we can write this density is directly proportional to number of moles of gas by volume. Here when we substitute this, here we get, here we need density square. So density square is directly proportional to n by v whole square. By removing the proportionality, we add constant a, then p square is equals to a n square by v square. Here this is proportional to density square. Density square is proportional to this term, so we can write in this place of this term, we can write this. Here we can write this. So finally, pressure real is equals to pressure ideal plus pressure of attraction a n square by v square. These are the first correction and second correction we have to do in ideal gas equation to obtain the van der Waal equation. Now I am going to do here by erasing. Now substituting these here in this ideal gas equation in terms of pressure, this value real pressure, so we get p plus a n square by v square is into volume correction is v minus nb is equals to RT. This is the van der Waal equation for 1 mole of gas. 1 mole of gas, n is equals to 1 mole. So when substitute n is equals to 1, this becomes p plus a by v square into v minus nb is equals to n is becomes 1, so B minus B into RT. This is the van der Waals equation state of gas.